If you've ever felt that Ayurveda is trying to put you in a box, or that the dosha quiz that you took is too generic, then listen to this. We're going to talk about the different archetypes behind the doshas, because if you've ever felt like you're so unique, like each one of these flowers, the same sun, the same earth that it's grown in, but each and every one is different.
And in this video, I'm going to take you on a spiral journey, because Ayurveda doesn't think in straight lines. It thinks in seasons, in cycles, in rhythm, to show you how your Ayurvedic dosha is actually an energetic archetype that reveals your gifts and what you're here to offer, and also the boundaries that will protect them. Have you ever felt that every dosha quiz that you've ever taken online only has been telling you half the story? Because in Ayurveda, there are not just 3 doshas. There are actually 7 constitutional expressions. And some of us are dual doshic, and more rarely, we're even tri-doshic. My hope is that when you finally hear the one that is truly yours, something ancient is going to be recognizing itself. And the searching quits. Right now, feel in your body. Notice the rhythm of your breathing and how your mind focuses its attention and awareness. Are you still with me, or are you already drifting on to something else? You see, she is already revealing herself. She always has been there. That subtle quality beneath your habits, beneath your personality, beneath who you were taught to be, that is your Prakriti, your original nature. And it's completely and exquisitely unique. She's always been speaking, and yet you may not have had the language for her yet. In Ayurveda, we recognize 3 primary life forces. So you have Vata, which is the energy of wind and ether, which is movement, creativity, that restlessness and now energy, that visionary impulse of life. Pittas, well, you're the fiery and water types. It's a transformational energy, our focus, the force that digests foods, experiences, and our truth. And Kapha, the earthy and water type, you are form, your nourishment, and the ground that holds everything together. And most of us have heard of these doshas. Many of us have taken the quizzes. Some of us are already eating for our type and living in rhythm with our seasons, and learning to rest when Vata feels like it's rising, or you're cooling when Pitta burns, or you lighten up when Kapha starts to feel heavy in your constitution. So this is good work and a great help to start with that. But here's what very few people talk about. And it really shifted something profound in me when I truly understood it and shared it with the people that I share with. See, your dosha is not a category. It is cosmology, and it's a language for how your particular soul chooses to arrive in this body. The traditional Indian system of Vedic astrology. It's very much the same as Ayurveda. You are born with a specific dosha. And that word dosha, it actually closely translates to fault, blemish, or flaw, which is very similar to the Ayurvedic way of explaining this word as in being impure. Before I take you to the 7 Ayurvedic archetypes, I want to tell you about one woman that I work with. We'll call her Sarah. For years, she's been trying to become focus fame, Pitta productive. So she's been taking Pitta, pacifying herbs and foods, and pushing through with the workouts. And she's based her whole life on thinking that she's one Ayurvedic dosha. And she had done everything that Ayurveda said would be beneficial for her, but yet she was still exhausted, still fighting her body. She had seasonal allergies that wouldn't leave, her energy that vanished without warning, her creative life that felt like it wasn't working out, and behind the doors, she couldn't find the key. What nobody had told her was that no quiz, no program, no protocol would ever be able to show her was that she, in her deepest nature, is that Kapha and Pitta type. She's steadfast, extremely resilient, slow building, sacred in her steadiness. And she spent years believing herself to be just the fire Pitta type when she's always meant to be earth as well. It's so beautiful when she tells me that I'm blooming into myself fully, where she feels like her practices are a homecoming. My loves, she's even started a podcast with her energy steadying with the right practices. She feels more aligned and she has more energy, more creativity. Even her seasonal allergies are gone. Not because she found a new system, but because she stopped spending her life's energy becoming someone that she was never meant to be. That is what's waiting on the other side of this. This is why this matters. Now, let me take you to all 7. Listen with your whole body. She's already here. Perhaps more than one, or perhaps you've always felt like too much of all of them to fit neatly into a single box. And that is not our problem. This is just information. Let's dive into those a little bit deeper. Each of these women have their own medicine, her own way of eating, sleeping, moving, receiving, her own relationship to fire and to stillness, her own doorway back to herself. And when she finds it, not the generic protocol, but the one that fits her and her lifestyle. That is her medicine. Something shifts, not just in her body, but in the way that she moves through the world. The mystic Muse. She arrives like the wind through an open window. Ideas for breakfast, dreams that feel like messengers, and a mind that makes connections that no one else can see. A nervous system so fine-tuned that she feels weather shifts in her bones. She's an artist, the channel, the one who sees through. Her gift is vision. Her wounds, she forgets she has a body. And when she's out of balance, her energy is scattered, she's exhausted. She disappears into the ether and cannot find her way back down. And her medicine is simple. It's earth, it's warmth, it's routine, it's oil on her skin, on her feet, and her feet on the ground. The practice of arriving in a body that she chooses again and again. The focus flame, she arrives like noon, the deep heat of sun in the middle of the day. She's precise, she's purposeful, nothing escapes her. She can hold a vision for years and burn towards it without losing a thread. She's the leader, the architect, the one who gets things done. This is her gift, is her clarity. Yet her wound, she mistakes burning for living. When she's out of balance, she scorches herself, others that are close by her. The inflammation is not just in her gut, it's in the way that she speaks to herself at midnight. Her medicine is spaciousness, it's expansion, surrender, learning that rest is not retreat, it is a strategy. The Earth Priestess, Kapha Dosha. She arrives like deep winter before the first thaw. She's steady, she's devotional, she's capable of love so vast it holds entire families in its orb. She's the keeper, the healer, the one everyone comes home to. This is her gift, to be present. Yet her wounds, well, she just simply gives until she disappears. When she's out of balance, she stagnates. The weight that will not move. The grief she swallowed instead of spoke. The sense that she has been waiting for a very long time to begin her own life. So her medicine is fire, it's movement, it's voice, it's permission to take up space. That radical act of wanting something for herself. The creative leader, the Vata-Pitta types. She's the wind feeding fire. She's brilliant and burning, inspired and intense. She has 100 ideas and the will to execute them all spontaneously and simultaneously. Her gift is her electric aliveness. Her wounds, she burns the house down trying to light it up. So her medicine is learning that she cannot do everything and everything at full flame. That tending to the amber is not less than stoking a steady fire. The contemplative mystic, the Vata-Kapha. She's the sky meeting the earth, dreaming and deeply rooted. She's sensitive, yet she's solid. She feels everything and somehow she manages to hold it all. Her gift is that she can hold space for the impossible. Her wound is that she doubts her vision because they're just so large. Her medicine is to trust herself, trust the process, so she can see herself more and be seen and be real. The steadfast warrior, those Pitta-Kapha types, she is the hearth, warm and fierce, nourishing and exacting. She will hold you and hold you accountable in the same breath. Her gift is that she is devotion with discernment, and her wound is that she exhausts herself, maintaining both the warmth and the standard. So her medicine is receiving. She needs to receive and let someone else tend the fire for once. The sacred alchemist is Tri-doshic, and she's the rarest. She's wind, fire, and earth, all three in the conversation, all three alive and perfectly balanced, healthy and strong. She can be anyone that she needs to be. She can hold any room, any season, any truth. And her gift is her wholeness. Her wound is that she's been everyone's mirror. She's shape-shifted so gracefully that she sometimes can't even remember what shape is hers. She's been called complex, inconsistent, hard to pin down, when really she was simply vast. Her medicine is stillness, the practice of not becoming everything the world needs, but returning always to what she is. Now, if one of those archetypes just made something shift in you, pause right now and type her name in the comments. Just her name. We will see who finds their way home. You see, that recognition, that is the beginning. And in Ayurveda, we call it Swadhyay. Self-study, not self-improvement, self-knowing. And it's the most radical thing that a woman can do in a world that profits from her not knowing herself. When you know your nature, truly know her, you stop fighting her. You start working with her rhythms, her hungers, her particular way of needing rest and processing emotions, and of how to come alive. This is the medicine of the vital woman rising, not a protocol, a homecoming. So there we've had it. 7 different women, not a hierarchy, just a wild garden. And like everything in this field, you don't necessarily get to choose your nature. You remember it, my loves. And here's what I want you to do right now, before you scroll on or before the next thing calls you away. In the comments below this video, I'd love to hear 2 things. Tell me 2 things. First, which of these 7 made things go quiet for you, or rise up, or ache with that particular kind of relief? Just add her name, Mystic Muse, the Focus Flame, the Earth Priestess, whichever one found you. And second, and this one really matters the most, is what was the wound that you recognized in yourself?
because the wound always is where the medicine begins. And if you're sitting between one or more, then do tell me that also, because that is sacred information. And I can't wait to respond to you in the comments section below. Now, if something in this video has moved you, or if you've heard your own name in one of these 7 women and you thought, yes, I've been fighting this, I've been trying to be something other than what I am, and I want to know more, then I want to invite you somewhere deeper.
Come home to the woman within. The rising is in the remembering, and the remembering is in a bloom. Vital Woman Rising opens this summer.